welcome back to my channel. This one is going to be a makeup tutorial and it's going to be all about the Marc Jacobs Eye-Conic eyeshadow palette. There's some shimmers, there's some matte colors, and what I love is that the color scheme is like green, neutral, like earth tones. But I do know that this palette does come in different color schemes. There's like a purple, there's like blues. This would be my full glam makeup look that I would use for weddings or a very special event. So if you're interested in achieving this look, keep watching. Bye. Alright guys, let's get started. So before I start doing anything, I put 2 pieces of tape, and this is basically just going to help me with achieving that really winged look with my eyeshadow and my eyeliner. I have a very hard time doing a winged eyeliner, and this really helps me out. So first I'm going to be using the Naked Skin Urban Decay Concealer in the shade Light Warm. And I'm going to be using the Lemon Drop Beauty Blender from Mikasa Beauty to just blend it all out. My eyelids are really red and veiny, so if I just apply eyeshadow onto them, I'm not going to get the look that I'm trying to achieve with the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to blend and make sure that I get this clean canvas for my eyeshadow. Now I'm going to go in with the Mikasa Beauty Brush. It's the E330. It's really fluffy and it's great for just blending out all those shades together. And I'm going in with the shade Take a Memo. And it's just a really great first shade to apply before I start applying all the darker shades on top. And at first I didn't think it was necessary to apply so many different eyeshadows, but it really does help create like a depth effect on your eye. And instead of going right into the darker brown shade on this palette, I'm going in with my Hoola bronzer that I normally use to like contour and bronze my face because it's a really great brown shade. It's not too dark and it's not too light. Now I'm going to go in with the darker brown shade. It's the shade We'll See, and I'm going to just keep blending in that same area that I've been blending the 2 other shades to just start creating that effect for the smoky eye. So I'm going pretty quickly through the video tutorial because I don't want to bore you with just me blending out my eyeshadow. I want you to really just get the gist of what it is that I'm doing. So now I'm going to use the Mikasa Beauty Brush E230, and it's a flatter brush, so it really helps just pack in these like glitter shimmer shades onto the eyelid. And I'm using the shade Making a Scene. It's a really pretty silver metallic shimmer shade without being like too much. So now I'm going back in with that fluffy brush using the shade Enviously, which is a really pretty forest green, and I'm gonna start focusing now really just on that outer corner to create more of that like triangle smoky cat eye. So now I'm going to go back in with the darker brown and the lighter neutral brown, the shade We'll See and Take a Memo, with that same fluffy brush, and again just blend. You really don't want any harsh lines, just blending. If you feel like your fingers are going to fall off and your hand really hurts, you're obviously doing it right because you have to blend. So after I blended for an eternity, I went back in with the flatter brush for the shimmer eyelid color, and it was the shade Making a Scene, and now I'm just basically like revamping that glitter shimmer shade just in case any of it kind of like blended out too much when I was really blending out the crease and the outer corner. So I'm always looking for ways to brighten up my eyes and just make them appear larger because I have very small hooded eyes. So I'm going in with the Maybelline Scandal Eyes Waterproof Kohl Kajal eyeliner in the shade Nude, and just dabbing it in and coloring it in my inner corner. And as you can see, I'm just using my pinky to really make sure it's like blended out. So I'm gonna have to find the name of this MAC eyeshadow because I don't remember what it was, but it's a beautiful like highlighter, super shiny, bright, pigmented eyeshadow that I absolutely love, and I use for these like certain points to just highlight. So I'm doing a little bit under my eyebrows The most dreaded part of my makeup has arrived, and it's doing the eyeliner. I absolutely hate doing it, but it honestly just makes an eye look complete. So I'm using the Maybelline Master Precise eyeliner in the shade Black, and I'm really just focusing from the outer corner to the middle of the eye. This is where the tape comes in handy, because you can really just get messy and not have to worry about doing it so perfectly, because the tape, once you take it off, will just give you that perfect winged eyeliner. So I'm just going back and forth until I get the exact wing length that I want. Moving on to my brows, I'm using my favorite brow definer, and it's the Anastasia brow definer in the shade medium brown. And first I'm just using the spoolie that's on one end to just brush out all my little hairs. I like to have more of the feathered look, so I brush up my hairs upwards and outward, and now I'm just going in with the other end and just really defining in my brows. Finally, for the face, I'm going in with the Maybelline Fit Me foundation. It's in the shade 120, I believe, and this has SPF 18. It's a great drugstore foundation, and there's a bunch of shades to choose from. So I basically just dab a bunch of spots all over my face, and now I'm going to go in with a different beauty blender. This one's actually just from my local pharmacy, Walgreens, and I believe it's just from their pharmacy beauty blender line that they have. And I'm just going to blend it all out. Make sure you go, all the way down to your neck, in through like your hairline and your ears, so you don't get like that caked, like drawn out foundation. So you can just, so if someone were to look at you, it looks like you literally just painted your face on. It has to look natural, and it has to be blended in throughout your entire face. Now I'm going to use that same Urban Decay concealer that I used for my eyelids to conceal the inner part of my face. So my under eye, the middle of my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and this part of my chin. Don't know if that has a name. And again, I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender and just blend it all out. I'm going to go in with this definer brush, also from Mikasa Beauty. It's the E240, to do my under eye eyeliner. I don't like to put eyeliner on my waterline, so I'm going to go in with eyeshadow using the definer brush. So I'm going to be using that Deep Forest Green Enviously to really just define my waterline and under eye, and just make the smoky eye look like one, and that it's just basically going around all together. I'm going to use that same fluffy brush with the shade We'll See, and basically just buff and blend out that under eye so it doesn't look like a harsh eyeliner look. Now I want to set all the spots that I concealed on my face, so my under eye, forehead, bridge of the nose, cupid's bow, and chin. So I'm going to use the Mikasa brush F120, and it's super soft and fluffy, and it's going to just help get into all those little crevices. And I'm going to be using the shade Banana Powder from the Anastasia Contour Kit. Now I'm going to bronze my face with the Hoola Benefit Bronzer and the F250 Mikasa Beauty bronzer brush. And I'm just going to focus on the cheekbones, the temples, and the jawline, making sure it's all blended out. Now I'm going to apply blush using the Profusion Blush Boutique blush brand in the shade Rumba. It's a really pretty like coral orangey shade, and I'm using the F111 brush from Mikasa Beauty, and I'm just focusing on the apples of my cheeks towards like the top of my cheekbones, and I'm really just gonna blend it out as well, because I don't want to look like a doll with like those round blush circles. I really want to just mix it in all together. And to highlight, I'm going to be using the New Masters Strobing Stick from Maybelline. And this is in the shade 100 or light iridescent. And I'm basically just going to focus it on the upper part of my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, my cupid's bow, and I'm just going to blend it out a little bit with my beauty blender. Sometimes I put a little bit too much, so I just have to like blend it out. And to finish off the eyes, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express Mascara. It's honestly a great drugstore mascara. I feel like I barely have any eyelashes, and it really makes my eyelashes look volumized and very black. And to complete this look, I will be doing Vampy Red Lips. It's my favorite kind of lip color. So I'm actually going to be mixing 3 colors. So first I'm starting off with a lip liner, and this is the NYX Lipliner pencil in the shade Plum. And I'm just really going to make sure I'm carving out my lips really well. And I have a smaller upper lip, so I'm kind of going to go a little bit outside of the line of my natural lip line, just to make my upper lip look a little bit bigger and more plump. And now for the star of the lip show. It's a Sephora lip color, and it's the shade Sephora Rouge, or I believe R23 is another way to identify the color. And it is a gorgeous like wine purple color. It's just beautiful, and it is so creamy. I just love putting on this lip color. Now I'm going to be using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Milan, and I'm just going to apply it in the center part of my upper and lower lip, just to give it like an ombre effect. And finally, I'm going to be using the Badescu facial spray to set my makeup and just give myself a refreshing rose water spritz. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed watching this makeup tutorial. Make sure to subscribe and give a thumbs up. Bye!